Hello my nectarines, Nono here and I'm back with another video. And yes, you're seeing right, we have another new arrival from BTArtbox. These are the French Purple X-Coat tips, and they come in a range of shapes, of course, and you get the classic pink and brown, which BTArtbox is definitely known for. I am particularly excited for these because I tend to gravitate to purples when it's like winter time, so I'm very excited that they came up with this new range of purples. Lately they're just stepping on necks. Okay, so let's quickly go through the colors together. The first shade is Brilliant Lavender. I really like this one. It's very muted. The second one is Bright Aube or Bright Aube. I'm not sure how to pronounce that. The third one is Deep Lilac. Also a big fan of Deep Lilac. Number 4, we have Deep Violet. And oh, she's speaking to me. And lastly, number 5, we have Bright Magenta. Also very stunning. Now, as you guys know, I'm a huge fan of the brown X-Coat tips, and of course I had to get the same shape, which is the brown long square. I'm sorry, I'm obsessed. They just suit me so perfectly, guys, and we have the exact same shades in the brown, and I just thought I'm going to struggle to pick a color. I have been checking their Instagram. Everyone is going nuts over the purples. I didn't know so many ladies like purples, so if you wanted them, you are definitely going to want to get your hands on these. You will love them. Now altogether you get 160 individual nails in the pack and 16 different sizes. So if you're someone who's worried about finding a size, girl, don't worry, BTArtbox got you. And lastly, I received the protection duo, which is the builder gel and the top coat, just to make sure my nails are on point. Now let's get into today's nail design. I decided to go with the shade Deep Lilac because I felt like it's going to go perfect for the nail art I have in mind. All I did for the middle finger was just buff away the smile line, and then I applied some matte top coat. That way I have smooth surface for the nail art. I'm going to be going in with this purple shade from the Autumn Waterlight collection from Born Pretty. I reviewed it a couple of videos ago. Definitely check it out. The best cat magnetic gels I have ever worked with. And I'm just going to start with the nail art, and when I looked at the mood board this time, it was definitely giving elegance, it was definitely giving chic, so I wanted to lean into that and create a very unique nail art. So I'm applying just a thin amount first of the cat eye gel, and I'm starting with like an oval shape. I wasn't really sure what I was going with here, you guys. I was kind of winging it as I was going, but it kind of came together. It came together. Once I'm happy with the shape, I'm grabbing my magnet and I'm quickly magnetizing the gel. So pretty, you guys. I can never get enough of doing this step. I did cure it for 60 seconds and then I reapplied another coat, activated it, and then before I cure, I'm taking my thinnest, most wispiest liner brush and I'm going on the surface of the cat eye and creating cracks. And all I'm doing is just being very careful not to disturb it too much. And this turned out so great. I was so excited when I saw how cool this effect turned out. And then I cured it for 60 seconds in my lamp. Next up, I'm grabbing my metallic gel paint, and I have no inspo, you guys. There's no inspo, so I'm just doing zwies and zoos. You know me. I'm figuring it out as I go. And the only trick I would say for this part is whatever you do on one side, do it immediately on the other side. That way it creates sort of like a cohesiveness. At the end of the day, this kind of gave a jade ring vibe, and I was so happy with it. Even though I was nervous, I managed to pull it all together, and it just, yay, it turned out so great. Now I'm going in with my rhinestone glue and I'm applying a blob in the center, and I needed this rhinestone glue because it was going to magnify those cracks at the bottom and make it look magical. The only thing was initially I added way too much rhinestone glue and I thought I could manage it, but I was like, no sis, no, this is too much. So I had to tip the nail sort of like upside down and then scoop out a little bit of the rhinestone glue so that I have a right amount, and this worked out perfectly because I was trying not to get it all over the nail. It was going to ruin things for me. Luckily, the nail gods are shining on me. It set perfectly and I was able to control it. I tipped it over so that it levels out nicely, and then I cured it in my lamp for 60 seconds, and this is how it turned out, you guys. Yay! I was so happy. Like, I did that. Like, what do you even mean? Now I wanted to add a little bit of extra detailing with some rhinestones. These are like a purplish greenish like shift, and I thought these are perfect, and I added like 4, one on each side, and then I cured it for 60 seconds. For this nail, I didn't want to go in with the builder gel because I felt like it would just be a little bit too bulky and not in a nice way, and so I only decided to go in with top coat on this nail. And I also went over the rhinestones because I like the more rounded look that top coat gives to rhinestones when you apply it on them, even though it's like nail taboo, like don't do it. But this time around I went over the rhinestones with the top coat. Now for the rest of the nails, I wanted to keep it very simple, and I'm going to be going in with a thin layer of builder gel, and while the builder gel is still wet, I'm going to attach my rhinestones onto this layer. I'm using the exact same ones that I used on the middle finger, and this time around I'm just applying some caviar beads, 2 on each side, just to elevate the look a little bit. While I was doing this set, I was thinking to myself, I wonder what color BTArtbox is going to do next. Maybe some yellows, maybe some oranges, I don't know. Let me know what you guys think, hey? What are your predictions? Like, what color do you think is coming next, or what color would you like to see next from BTArtbox? I am here for it because that means everyone kind of has their own favorite color, and they can pick and choose like what shade suits them or what mood they're in for that month, which is really, really cool. So here's the finished design. It's looking elegant, it's looking beautiful, and I can't wait to get it on my nails. But then I realized that the middle finger might have too much nail art, so I'm going to be using nail glue for that nail. But the rest of the nails, we're going to go in with the gap filled solid glue gel from BTArtbox. I'm doing the same technique as I always do, and I'm applying my gap filled on the back of the nail using my cuticle pusher. This time around I realized that if I push the gap filled all the way and cover up the part of the Frenchie that is showing, that I won't have that line where it shows where the glue ends. I don't know if that makes sense. So I'm pushing it all the way up until the purple. That way I have a nice seamless little window. I really hope that makes sense, because the glue would bother me where you can actually see where it's squeezing out towards the free edge of the nail. This way it just is nice and seamless. And of course the only thing is that you're going to have to go in with some top coat under your nails. That way you don't have fuzzies sticking behind there. But as always, I'm making sure that it's not touching my skin, and I'm applying it with so much ease. This has become my favorite go-to way of applying my X-Coat tips. It is quick, it is easy, and most importantly, it's very clean. So because I have a lot of nail art covering the nail on the middle finger, I was worried that the solid glue gel was not going to cure. So instead, I'm going to be using nail glue to attach the nail. I'm just making sure to spread it evenly, and then I just applied a lot of pressure on the nail. That way I don't get any air bubbles, and you guys, it attached perfectly. I didn't have any issues. I forget that you can also use nail glue, just normal nail glue, to attach your X-Coat tips, which is awesome. So you can use nail tabs, you can use solid glue gel, you can use normal glue gel, or you can use nail glue, which is perfect. After I was done with this step, I just finished off my nails by just cleaning them up, and then we're going to just apply some cuticle oil to moisturize my crusty cuticles, and we are finally done with this set. It is beyond my wildest dreams. It is so pretty. I love it so much. I also love that I kind of came up with this design on a fly, and even though I was nervous, it turned out great. Now, of course, I will link everything I used in this video in the description box, and if you shop through the link I've left in the description, you will get a 10% discount to your shopping. Thank you so much to BTArtbox for sponsoring today's video, and please let me know what you think of today's set. I hope you're having a phenomenal day wherever you are. Love you. Bye.